Friends and family is a common topic in the IELTS speaking test. Today, I'll share questions and sample answers on this topic. You can find the link to the PDF document in the first comment. Want to improve your IELTS writing skills? Check our new IELTS writing channel. Part 1. How often do you spend time with your family?
I spend time with my family every weekend. We usually have meals together or go for outings. It's a great way to catch up on each other's lives and relax.
Who are you closest to in your family?
I'm closest to my sister, Lucy. We share everything from secrets to hobbies. She's always there to help and support me, and I feel comfortable talking to her about anything.
Do you think family is important?
Definitely. Family is very important because they give you love and support. They're always there for you during good and bad times, which makes life easier and happier.
Do you prefer spending time with your family or friends?
It depends on the situation. I enjoy spending time with both, but family gatherings feel more comforting, while hanging out with friends is often more exciting and fun.
Has your family size changed over time?
Yes, it has. In the past, families in my country were larger, with several generations living together. Now, families tend to be smaller, with just parents and children.
How important are friends to you?
Friends are incredibly important to me. They offer emotional support, share my joys and struggles, and make life more enjoyable. Spending time with them helps me stay grounded and create meaningful memories.
Do you often go out with your friends?
Yes, I often go out with my friends, especially on weekends or holidays. We enjoy exploring new places, trying different foods, or simply catching up over coffee. It's always refreshing and fun.
Where do you often meet each other?
We usually meet at cozy coffee shops, parks, or even shopping malls. Occasionally, we visit each other's homes to cook, chat, or watch movies. These places help us relax and bond more.
What do you usually do with your friends?
We enjoy talking about life, playing games, or planning small outings. Sometimes we go to the cinema, try new restaurants, or even have karaoke nights. It's always about enjoying each other's company.
Do you have a friend you have known for a long time?
Yes, I've known my childhood best friend for over a decade. We've shared so many milestones, school days, family events, and personal challenges, and our bond has only grown stronger with time.
Do you like making friends?
Yes, I enjoy making friends because it allows me to connect with people, learn from their experiences, and share mine. Building friendships makes life more interesting and creates a support system in challenging times.
Did you make a lot of friends when you were a child?
Yes, I made many friends as a child because I was outgoing and loved playing games. School and neighborhood activities provided plenty of opportunities to bond with others and develop strong friendships.
Have you ever made any new friends recently?
Yes, I recently made a new friend at a workshop I attended. We discovered shared interests, and now we often meet up to discuss topics we enjoy, which has strengthened our connection.
What do you often talk with your friends?
I often talk to my friends about everyday life, hobbies, and future plans. We also discuss movies, books, or current events, which makes our conversations both fun and meaningful.
Where can you meet new people?
You can meet new people in many places, like social events, work, school, or even community clubs. Traveling and joining online groups also provide excellent opportunities to connect with others and make new friends.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Question 1. Talk about an old friend you lost touch with and reconnected with. You should say who this person is, how you lost touch, how you got back in contact, and explain how you felt about reconnecting.
One of my old friends I recently reconnected with is Grace, whom I first met in secondary school. We were close back then, spending time together after classes, talking about everything from homework to our hobbies. However, as we grew older, our paths diverged. She moved away for university, and I stayed in my hometown. Between our studies and new friends, we lost touch over the years. A few months ago, we unexpectedly reconnected through social media. I saw a post of hers pop up on my feed, and it brought back so many memories. I decided to send her a message, and luckily, she replied right away. We ended up having a long chat about the past, our lives since school, and the things we're both passionate about now. It felt surprisingly natural to talk, even after so much time had passed. After chatting online, we decided to meet up in person when she visited our hometown. Catching up face to face was even better as we could talk without any interruptions. We laughed over old memories and updated each other on our current lives, and it felt as if no time had passed at all. Reconnecting reminded me of all the good times we'd shared and how friendships, even old ones, can always be rekindled. This experience taught me the importance of reconnecting with people from the past. It was heartwarming to realize that even after years, we could still share that same bond. Now, we try to keep in touch more regularly, and I'm grateful to have her back in my life.
Question 2. Describe a member of your family you get on well with. You should say who it is, what relationship you have to that person, what that person is like, what you do together, and explain why you get on so well.
One family member I get on really well with is my cousin Sarah. We've always been close, even though we don't live in the same city. She's someone I can always count on, whether it's for a fun day out or just to chat when I need advice. We've grown up together, so our bond has only gotten stronger over the years. Sarah is a very easygoing person. She's always upbeat and has a great sense of humor, which makes spending time with her really enjoyable. She's also very caring and supportive, always willing to listen when I need to talk about anything, big or small. Her ability to stay calm in stressful situations is something I really admire. It's one of the reasons why I find it easy to get along with her. She always makes me feel comfortable. Whenever we meet, we usually do something active, like hiking or going to the beach. Sometimes we also like to cook together and try new recipes. These activities are a great way for us to bond and have fun. We also enjoy watching movies or TV shows, especially comedies, as we both love to laugh. I think the reason we get along so well is because we share similar interests and values. We both appreciate spending time with family and enjoy doing things that bring us joy and laughter. Our shared experiences growing up together have created a strong connection, and I'm really grateful for our close relationship.
Question 3. Describe a time when you helped a family member. You should say, when it happened, who you helped, how you helped, and explain how you felt about the experience.
Last spring, I helped my sister Lily when she was having a really tough time. It was her last year of university, and she had a big paper due in a month, but was way behind. To make things worse, she had just broken up with her boyfriend, so she was heartbroken and feeling pretty low. On top of that, she was trying to find a job, but wasn't getting any interviews, even though she'd applied to loads of places. She was completely overwhelmed and stressed out, so I knew I had to step in and help. First, I helped her get organized. We sat down and made a plan to manage her studies and job application. I also gave her CV and cover letters a bit of a makeover to make them more polished. Then we did a few mock interviews so she could practice answering questions confidently. Additionally, I cooked balanced meals for her to make sure she was eating well and had the energy to focus. It felt good to see her slowly getting back on track. In the end, it all paid off. She managed to finish her paper on time and got a great mark. Even better, she landed a fantastic job in a nearby city. Seeing her feeling more confident and happier again was such a relief. It felt like everything we worked on had really made a difference. Helping Lily through all that made me realize how important it is to show up for family. It strengthened our relationship, and it also taught me that sometimes a little support and encouragement can go a long way.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move to part 3. Why do people lose touch with friends over time?
People often lose touch due to changes in their lives, such as moving to new places, starting different jobs, or focusing on family. Life can get busy, and people may not always have time to keep up with everyone. With these changes, it's natural that some friendships fade over time. Still, shared memories and experiences can keep the bond alive, even if contact is lost for a while.
Is it easier to stay connected with friends nowadays than in the past?
Yes, it's much easier now, thanks to technology. Social media and messaging apps allow people to stay in touch instantly, no matter where they live. In the past, people had to rely on letters or phone calls, which made staying connected more challenging. Now, even sharing small updates or moments is simple, keeping friendships active over long distances.
Do you believe it's important to maintain lifelong friendships?
Yes, lifelong friendships can be really valuable. Having someone who knows you well and has been there through various stages of life is rare and special. These friends often provide emotional support and a strong sense of continuity, which can be comforting, especially in challenging times. Moreover, lifelong friends often understand us in ways that newer friends might not, making the bond even deeper and more meaningful.
Do you think family members should spend a lot of time together?
Yes, I think family members should spend time together because it helps strengthen relationships and creates memories. When family members share experiences, it builds a deeper connection and provides support during tough times. Of course, everyone needs their space, but regular bonding time is essential.
What are the benefits of having a close relationship with family members?
Having a close relationship with family members provides emotional support, comfort, and a sense of belonging. You can always rely on family for advice and encouragement, which helps during challenging times. It also makes celebrations and milestones more enjoyable because you get to share those special moments with people you trust.
How has technology affected the way family members communicate with each other?
Technology has made it easier for family members to stay connected, even when they live far apart. For example, people can use video calls to chat, share updates, and even celebrate events together. It helps bridge the distance, making communication faster and more personal, despite busy schedules.
Do you think it's important for children to spend time with their grandparents?
Yes, it's very important for children to spend time with their grandparents. Grandparents can offer valuable life lessons, share family history, and provide wisdom. They also often have more time and patience to give to children, which can help nurture strong family bonds across generations.
That's the end of today's video. You can find the useful phrases on this topic in my channel.